My name's Kieran McKibben and I'm a Customer Success Manager at Freshworks. Today I'm here with Iain Cameron, who is the User Service Manager at University of Aberdeen. Today we're going to be talking about University of Aberdeen's experience using Freshservice, which is Freshworks' cloud-based ITSM tool, and how Freshservice has been supporting their transition to remote working during COVID-19. So Iain, it'd be great if you could start by introducing yourself and giving us a quick overview of the University of Aberdeen.
Hi Kira, so I'm Iain, I'm the User Services Manager within the Digital Directorate of the University, kind of IT services plus library primarily. In this context, I'm the Service Desk Manager, and the Service Desk uses Freshservice to handle queries from the University's 20,000 staff and students, as well as supporting the internal processes of the IT Directorate.
Great. Iain, can you tell us what Freshworks products you use at University of Aberdeen and how many agents you have?
Sure. We use the Freshservice product here at Aberdeen. We are currently also configuring the FreshChat product, which we'll bring onto service in the summer. In total, there are 248 agents currently using the Freshservice product. The Service Desk frontline team is a team of 10 agents, and those are the ones that handle the bulk of the queries that come in to the university. The Service Desk is the first line of contact for IT-related queries.
Great. And can you give us a bit more detail on how you guys have been using Freshservice on the Service Desk? We
use Freshservice in two broad strands. We use it to support and handle the queries that come in from all the staff and students of the university. We're there to help them in their teaching and learning and research. So those might be IT-related faults or queries or requests for new products. But Freshservice is a bigger product than just a help desk tool. It's a service management tool. So we use it to support our problem management, our incident management. We use it to run analytics to help us look at performance improvement areas. We also use the solutions part of Freshservice to provide answers to our customers, but we also use that to internally document solutions that help our agents to fix queries. And we're currently configuring the change management lifecycle of Freshservice. So it's a really rounded product for us, covering lots and lots of areas of service management.
That's really good to hear. Sounds like Freshservice has a big role in delivering staff and student experience.
Yeah.
Since you swapped to remote working, how has that staff and student experience changed?
Like everybody, we've suddenly had to work from home. We've suddenly had to work from being individual people in individual offices or sofas or whatever workstation we can manage. And that itself has been very challenging. Freshservice, though, has allowed us a lot of business continuity. The Service Desk team are all working individually at home, but the product is browser platform agnostic. So actually that transition was incredibly smooth for us. As long as the team had a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, or indeed their own PC, they effectively were able to do their job regardless of their physical location.
Yeah, so helpful right now. And did you do any BCP with Freshservice in mind before all of this happened?
I shouldn't say fortunately, because it was due process, but after implementing Freshservice last summer in June 2019, we revisited our business continuity planning. We have a multi-campus site where one of our campuses to be off, and we had to relocate. We wondered how easy it would be for the Service Desk team to continue to function. And with Freshservice, it literally is for us a case of moving from Office A to Office B. As long as we have a Wi-Fi connection, we can get access to the cloud-based product of Freshservice and carry on working. So it made our business continuity planning for the Service Desk incredibly simple. And while we weren't expecting the corona crisis, when it did occur, this was one thing we did not have to worry about. We simply provisioned our agents with laptops and we went home and we carried on working.
That's amazing to hear. And would you say, are there any standout features in Freshservice that have particularly supported this transition to remote working?
For us, the challenge was the large volume of tickets coming through in a very short space of time. There are three things within Freshservice that tie together that really made our agents able to do their job efficiently, and those are tags and views and scenario automators. A tag allows you to put a keyword against a type of ticket. A view allows you to collate tickets based on certain characteristics, including those tags. and scenarios allow us to quickly run a whole set of actions on a particular ticket coming in. So for example, if we had a ticket coming in looking for, I want my desktop to be enabled so I can take it home, we could tag it, create a view for it, and quickly scenario it so it would be passed to the correct working team. That's really important because the service desk as a single point of contact had to deal with and triage hundreds of calls a day over a short space of time, and the ability to tag them and move them on to the right team and view them correctly, that was just crucial to us. It made our life manageable and efficient, and it was really, I don't think we'd appreciated quite how powerful the views and tags could be within Freshservice.
Great. And in addition to Freshservice, what other collaboration tools have you guys been using?
Traditionally, we've used email like everybody else. Within IT, we were piloting the use of MS Teams. We quickly realised that with Corona looming, we had to push that out. So we pushed it out to all 3,000 plus staff and postgrads overnight, basically, and everybody started to use MS Teams. So across the university, that's been very successful. Within the IT department, what's been really fascinating is that we're now having daily Scrum meetings in Teams. We used to have a daily stand-up Scrum with maybe 20 people. Now we have it every day routinely with 60 or 70 IT staff. For the service desk team, we're using Teams as our primary chatting to each other mechanism. We have a channel within Teams to discuss technical aspects of tickets. We have a social channel within Teams so that the service desk team, who have a very strong team spirit, they can just share GIFs, they can share images, they can have a joke and just chat to each other and reduce that distancing that they're feeling by using that product to talk to each other. But what's nice is they're using Teams to talk about their Freshservice tickets, so they're combining both worlds.
And the challenges that University of Aberdeen are currently experiencing are being experienced by hundreds of thousands of organisations up and down the country and worldwide, in fact. So do you have any top tips for other organisations on how best they can respond to this challenge? Preparation
was certainly key. We had a few days of prep and we looked at what would it be like if I had to work from home. So we sent everybody home and said, do your job at home before you have to do it at home. That was invaluable. We worked out which systems we could or couldn't access, whether we had to tweak the configurations in any way. There are back-end systems, say, for student records that have they have to be securely accessed. We had to make sure that we were able to access those off-site. So that little bit of preparation was really important. I think for me as a team manager, the other really important part was to say to the guys, just reset your expectations. Some things will be harder at home, and it's okay if life is a bit difficult. So don't just look at the technology side, look at the people and make sure that they're well looked after and catered. We moved to having morning meetings and 3 o'clock tea breaks virtually every day. And it's just a great way for everyone to say, oh, you're still alive, I can speak to you, and how are you doing? And that has been incredible. I was talking to colleagues elsewhere who haven't seen people for 5 or 6 weeks and don't know what they're up to. Our service desk team continue to talk to each other every single day, and that's been incredibly useful to keep the team spirit going and also to share the workload and share the stress, etc. And share the successes also. Yeah, maintaining that human interaction is so important. Have you had any particular wow moments with Freshservice when you've been remote working, and what's the feedback from the IT team been like? One great wow for us was how simple it was to transition to home working. We have Wi-Fi at home, we can work from home with Freshservice. Didn't really strike me as a wow until a couple of weeks in when we realised that just wasn't a problem for us. That was fabulous. The university responded to the social distancing by creating a well-being Facebook page. What was lovely for us was, in an unsolicited way, we as members of the university were part of that well-being page, and we could see colleagues were saying, great job from the IT guys. That was lovely to see unsolicited feedback. Also really challenging in the first couple of weeks for the volume of work. Our colleagues asked if they could help the service desk team. So we gave them access, we let them help us. And they quickly realised quite what a challenging and complex job it is to be a service desk agent. A single point of contact, you've got all manner of tickets coming in. And a lot of our colleagues suddenly thought, wow, it's quite difficult to work on a service desk. And I think we got a bit more respect from that. That was great. Overall, the CSAT that comes in through Freshservice has actually given us great ratings Overall, the CSAT that's come in via Freshservice has given us something like 98.6 happy or very happy with the service, and that's actually better than our average day-to-day satisfaction. That's been lovely. I think everyone's understood that working from home is difficult, and they've been appreciative of the work that the service desk team has done.
Well, it's nice to hear that there's been an unexpected positive of COVID-19, that the IT team is being brought ever closer to the end users.
Yeah.
Moving on to working with Freshworks, how would you rate your experience of partnering with us?
I would rate it 10 out of 10, basically. We love partnering with Fresh. I think there's a novelty element to it. As a relatively young company, not many people that I know in the university community are Freshworks customers. So I'm engaged in service desk teams throughout the country through various forums and committees, and it is kind of cool just to be part of the Freshworks community that no one else is part of. On a more practical level, Freshworks has a large technical support mechanism behind it. We have a dedicated support person who's great, but if they're not available, we know that our support tickets will be picked up. And I've been wowed by people taking the time out of their day to call me back and have a video chat with me and talk me through configuration or Freshworks problems. So our support from Freshworks has been fabulous. The company itself is young and dynamic, and we like that aspect of it. Yeah, we just love being a Freshworks partner. It's a different company. It's a fresh company, pardon the pun, and we're just enjoying being part of that process.
Great, really nice to hear. Finally, I'd love to hear from you what's next for your University of Aberdeen user experience journey, and if there are any areas of technology that you think are particularly exciting within IT support.
The user experience journey is unknown. We at this moment in time don't know whether our students will be allowed to return to campus for the next academic year in September. So we're currently having to think of, will we go back to business as usual? Will we go back to business as unusual? What's normal going to look like for us? So we have to plan for being able to support people in person with walk-in service desks, or support them completely remotely. To that end, we are currently configuring and implementing the Fresh Chat product, and that integrates fully with Freshservice. If our students are not allowed to return to campus, they may stay globally. We might have to have 24/7 support. And Fresh Chat enables students to leave tickets with us in their time zone at times that suit them. So we're quite excited about that. It's a change of working practice for us, but we're pretty confident that we can crack that. We're also considering using Fresh and an MS Teams integration to do induction type events. Typically at the start of an academic year, we might meet with 400 or 500 students in person to help them get their IT rolling. If we can't do that in person, we're going to have to be ingenious in the use of Freshservice and other comms tools to speak to and engage with and help our returning and our new students.
Yeah, great to hear that Freshservice has given you so many options, however this unfolds.
Freshservice has so many options that we can use. We can use it in different ways, and yeah, we just feel enabled and empowered by the product to tackle the challenges ahead.
I think that's a fantastic place to end it, Iain. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing customer story with us. And it's been fantastic to hear how well Freshservice has supported your remote working journey. Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us, and stay safe.
You too.